Everybody, I'm Bumblefoot Thal, and you are watching Loudwire.
When was it that you first felt like you wanted to move on from GNR?
Anything I say will end up being turned into something bad that's going to hurt people that I don't want to hurt.
No?
You know?
Yeah.
And it just happens that way. That's what ends up happening. Even if I don't mean it to. I could say the sky is blue and somehow it'll get turned into something when it comes to that subject.
Okay.
So I try not to say too much about it. I try not to. I usually put both feet in my mouth. But, I mean, all I could say is that you reach a time when you just know it's time to move on, and you just know that what you've seen for your life, what you see the future of your life, and what that is, it's not what you pictured for yourself. You know, when I started playing music, I was 6 years old, and when I thought about what I wanted and what my goals were and what makes me alive inside making music, and I just didn't, I was looking at what I was doing and it didn't match up, and I just needed to go.
So no idea that the reunion was going to happen as you were exiting?
Oh, I know.
You did?
Yeah, I did.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That must have been kind of a hard secret to keep. And to give credit to everybody kept that secret under wraps. I mean, it hit and it exploded. How did you keep that a secret?
You just don't tell people.
God, it was not even like maybe some close people around you that you know you can trust, like, look, something big is gonna happen. No, wow. I could not contain myself with that news, wow. Did you expect them to be as good as they really are? Because it seems like almost no time has passed, legitimately.
Of course.
Yeah. Awesome.
And that's the thing, when people that play together for years, when you get back together, it's like the next day.
The power is still there. It's still just to see the fans. Have you been to any of the shows?
No, that would just be weird.
I guess that would be a little odd, either to be backstage or in the crowd. Maybe some attention. It's like, no, don't pay attention to me. It's about these guys.
Not even that. It's just like, going to watch your ex-girlfriend get married or something.
I
don't know. It just feels. It's like I moved on, they moved on, and I just hope everybody's happy. That's all.
Yeah. One thing I would like to know is, like, what's one of your favorite moments from your time in Guns N' Roses? What's something you look back on and really hold dear?
There's so many things.
8 years in the band.
I think looking back on it, the things that I remember the most was when something bad happened and you turned into something good. There was this sweet girl, Chloe. She was about 9 years old. She was like the youngest kid in her school of rock, and all the kids picked on her. And she was just starting out, and she wasn't up to speed yet, and she was getting a hard time, and she quit and stuff. And I brought her into a rehearsal, and she was a big fan of the song "Catch Her in the Rye." So I gave her the mic, and we played the song "Catch Her in the Rye" with her singing, and popped it on YouTube. So she's pretty much the only other person that ever sang with Guns N' Roses.
Wow, that's amazing. How about live?
Live? I don't remember much about the live shows. I remember more about the things that happen around it, before and after it, and during, and the personal interactions. That's kind of how it is. The show happens, but it's afterwards when you're outside the venue in London and there's a gate between you and the fans, and you go over to the gate to the people that are just waiting out there. And I have my spicy curry chicken that I'm adding even more hot sauce to, and giving them the fork through the gate, and we're just hanging out and eating and that kind of stuff. Like, that's what you remember, is just the moments together with everybody. So yeah, that's the stuff that kept me doing it. I mean, nothing against the rest of it, but that was in a way, the thing that, for me, just that just keep your spirit up.
The love from the fans that they just gave you
And
unconditionally.
the love you can give to them.
Yes.
Both ways. It's you know, yeah, you get love from them, but you also have so many people you can give love to. That means a lot.
Do you feel like there are any big misconceptions about Guns N' Roses, about the internal workings, about what people just perceive about the band in general?
I don't know. I mean, I've seen the inside and I've seen the outside, and I know how things are, and I don't know necessarily I don't know what people don't know and what they do know, and I think it's different for everyone, and I don't follow what people say about it and that stuff. I don't get into that. So I don't know what kind of wacky things might be out there that people are thinking, you know, about square watermelons and eating a lamb dinner and holding up a show for 80 hours and all that nonsense.
Maybe more about the camaraderie between the band members. I think maybe people see them as being somewhat distant, perhaps, and maybe not being close with Axl.
I don't know. I mean, everybody would hang out.
Yeah. So, I mean, with 8 years in Axl, you felt yourself being his friend as well as a bandmate?
Oh. Me personally, my relationship was
just you.
I don't know if I could compare my relationship to other people's. Sometimes felt like friends, sometimes felt like enemies, sometimes, we felt like bandmates.